A proverbial story of 5 men exploring mysticism. There is a story about 4 men who attempted to enter and study the world of mysticism. That is, they consciously journeyed into an attempt to access the source of creation, to access the reported untold powers of creation available to many mystics. In doing so, one is reported to have died, one went crazy, one became an atheist, and the 4th became a mystic. Having danced with the mystical side of creation as a result of the journey of exploration into our creativity, I would add a 5th man. The 5th man becomes blinded by what he saw and experienced. Yet this is not a story about 5 individuals. Rather, this is a story about what happens to each individual who fully embraces their creative spirit and allows themselves to dance with this spirit. If one chooses to explore the depth and breadth of their creative powers and dance with their creative spirit that is released in the process as deep as they can go, they will find they will experience all 5 men in some way in their life. If one chooses to explore the depth and breadth of their creative powers and dance with this creative spirit that is released in the process as deep as they can go, they will find they will have an experience of all 5 men in some way in their life. What you experience depends on what level of power and ability you seek to access and why you seek what you do and how much baggage and ego you carry with you. In taking such a journey, the most important thing you will find is that a part of you will die, namely, all that you think and believe about yourself and how creation works. In particular, your past will die. That does not mean you give up all your past. Rather, you cannot really leave your past. It's always with you. Rather, it's becoming the scarab, the dung beetle, an ancient sacred symbol of Egypt. You take what is left after you have had your experience to use and recycle what is of benefit to your new creation, and you let the rest go. You do not hold on to what does not serve you. You die to the past and continually die to the past of each experience that you have. A part of you will deny what you see and experience. You will become that atheist, denying the true inner and outer creative powers and how they work, for they are too much to be believed by your human mind. Yet, once you have seen even a glimmer of the true depth and breadth of your creativity, you will deny it. But you will struggle with denying it because you know it can't be denied. You have seen it and you have experienced it. Rather, in essence, the struggle drives you crazy. You are torn between 2 worlds. You are pulled to your past and what your past demands you to believe, and the truth of what you have accessed and is calling you to believe. To stand on one side, you deny what you have found. To stand on the other side, you become the mystic. You find yourself living in a world of infinite possibilities, such that you find yourself denying the way the world is living. To try and stand between the 2 worlds only drives you crazy in the eyes of the world, and you may be in your own mind. To survive, you need to become blind and are blinded. You no longer see the world as you once did. In doing so, you also become very vulnerable, for you no longer respond to the world as you once did with the protective response patterns you developed early in life. You are blinded to the illusion of mind and no longer see the mask and facade that your mind or the mind of others puts up over events that occur in front of you. You can see through events and beyond events. In this blindness, you can see through time and space. You can no longer live in the world as you once did, for you no longer see it the same way. You are in it, but not of it. Here again, any truly creative, original endeavor will cause you to experience each of these 5 conditions to one degree or another. You need not be afraid of them. You only need to become aware of the process and why these conditions arise. The easiest way to do this is to realize that you are a creative, living process, continually recreating yourself consciously or subconsciously. Only now you do so consciously what you have done subconsciously in the past. You only need to realize that a part of you is always dying. A part of you is always denying the truth of what is. A part of you is always a little bit crazy when your mind tells you one thing and your heart tells you another. A part of you is always blind to the world to allow you to see what you desire and what to create. And finally, a part of you is that mystic, in touch with the source of your creative power and the source of creation.